Well, obviously it's a bit mental. There's no doubt about that. But just work rate. We just got outworked the second and third quarter. Third quarter was horrendous, and then without a lack of work rate, obviously skills can drop off, and we just got to find players who are prepared to work. Just got to work consistently, and that's why young Markovic's done extremely well, because he's prepared to give a contest and he works even if he's exhausted. And we haven't got enough players who are doing that.
Is it senior players as well?
I think it's across the board. It's across the board. We need to find some players who are going to do that. The last quarter. We probably had a chance to win. We probably wouldn't have deserved to win, but we had our chances, and again, we need to be able to take those chances. But that's not the issue. I mean, we just need to be able to work. But it's we've just got to work together through it, and we will. Our teams go through a rough patch, and we've gone through a rough patch. The previous two, we've worked hard for longer periods, but this one we just didn't work hard enough for long enough.
How do you deal with this now? Do you make changes, or do you persist with these?
Oh no, we're going to make some changes. There's no doubt. Hall and Higgins will be right next week, so they'll certainly be in. The young Liver should be okay. So there's three. There might be some debutants. No, we're just going to find some players. So we made 4 for this one. So certainly not afraid to make some changes.
Is that the frustrating thing, that you emphasised that during the week as well, and then they dropped off so quickly after that sort of 6-minute period in the first quarter?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are disappointing, but that was one thing. I mean, we started with a bounce in our step, and then seemed as if not too sure what happened, but as if our heads dropped off and we didn't think about it.
How far are you from getting your ideal lineup together, do you think, or given what you've just said, do you even know what that is? No,
I don't know what that is at the moment, because there's obviously a few players who, last year's form and last year's reputations mean nothing. That's not an issue. That's gone. There's no good playing players. If you think they were in the best team last year, they've got to be able to perform. So obviously we've still got to rejig that and work that, and so that's what we'll find out the next month or so.
Are you prepared to be as brutal as that takes to get the right people, to get the right...
Oh, yeah. We've got to. I think, obviously made a statement with Brian, and it doesn't matter who it is. If they can't play the role or can't do what they're expected to do, we've just got to be able to find people who can.
What about the fatigue levels? How much has the draw recently affected the guys?
Yeah, that's an easy out. I mean, we finished well. We outran them and kicked 4 or 3 or something, and probably unfortunate to kick another 2 or 3. So with the 2 6-day breaks and travel to Perth, there was a bit heavy in the legs early, and then we took that game to get out of them. I'm not too sure, but I think it was more mental than physical.
Leaving aside where you are placed on the ladder, that's obviously the last thing on your mind at this particular stage. It's more...
Oh, yeah, we just got to craft a win. We just got to get over the line to get the 4 points. I mentioned before, it's going to be a very even competition. We've just got to hang in there, which we will. The group's a fairly resilient group, and the club's very strong in that in those situations. So we've just got to hang fat, but we've got to work hard on the track, and obviously got to make some decisions week in and week out on players who are prepared to work hard.
Hudson, he was subbed out.
Yeah, it was a bit of a... I suppose you'd take a risk, I suppose, at that stage. We just think maybe we get some more run. We thought, that Zeffy might be able to ignite us a little bit, and didn't really work. Zeffy didn't do a lot until he went in the ruck himself. Ben at that stage wasn't doing a lot either, so that was the reason.
So there was no problems with his ankle?
No.
And the 3 guys, Libba being the exception, maybe not, but is a real chance to play next week. The other 2, Higgins and Hall, will play for sure.
Looks at this stage, we've just got to see how they train this week.
Yep.
But Barry ran on Friday, so it's only a week after the operation. So that was a pleasing sign. There's no swelling, so it's good. And that Sean looks okay. He ran Wednesday or Thursday for the first time, so it looks like he'll be okay.
Did you seem to fall down across half forward?
Yeah, we did. I mean, we didn't use the ball at all well, didn't give our forwards an opportunity. I think forwards have got to take a bit of the rap as well. I don't think they competed as well as they should have. We didn't lock the ball in, went to ground a bit at times, which is disappointing, but certainly we're a bit stagnant, and I think that was a bit to do with work rate, that we'd mark it and we'd slow the game down ourselves, and what we need, as shown in the last quarter, we needed to get the ball moving quickly, and when we did that, we gave our forwards a chance.
Was it particularly disappointing, I mean, given that Sydney flubbed a lot of their chances as well, and so that chance for you to come back was even greater?
Yeah, we spoke about at half-time that we weren't playing well. For probably 40 minutes to the 60, we were poor. We were outplayed, and we're only 5 points down, and they kicked a goal right on the quarter-time siren, which was disappointing. So, we could have been in front. So that's playing poorly, and we spoke about that, about how much improvement we had in some areas, and in the third quarter they dished up what they did was extremely disappointing.
Do you think you can get those things happening, the work rate happening quickly again? Is that something that...
Yeah, they can turn around quickly. They can turn around quicker than anything else. So it can be a mindset.
Any thoughts on your protege?
Sorry?
Any thoughts on your protege, John Meyer, getting the bragging rights in this match?
No, it's not at all.